Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're getting into P. Diddy today. Now, I had well intentions to get into this a while ago. It's just that it's a lot of research. So I was like, what can I do to make this easier on myself? Let's get back into me reacting to Law and Crime. I react to their cases on their website, but yeah, it's time for me to get back into it. And I'm not using my regular microphone, so I don't want to hear like all the echo and sound. So I'm using my regular mic that goes to my camera because it's easier. Like, it's clearer when I hear the video when I react to them, like reacting to a video, like a clip on YouTube. So much better. So I'm gonna be getting all this stuff from Law and Crime. They have over 200 videos and they're constantly updating because y'all, it's so much evidence. Like, I know I'm caught up. I watched the I'm on the Shade Room. I watched the news. I don't care about Hollywood, but I'm happy that they're out everybody. Like, I'm like, yes, people need to know what's going on. And we're starting off with talking about who's involved. I want to know everybody who's involved. All I know is that J-Lo and a lot of people be on TikTok talking about Jay-Z. You know, that's all I know is like J-Lo mainly. But also Meek Mill, you know, this is the sex abuse allegations, okay? I want to know why they're involved, but we need to start off somewhere. So we're going to start off here. It's so much. You know, I hope they take this man down. You know, it's disgusting what people can get away with just because you have money. It just tells you that Hollywood is disgusting. They're like full of people who wannabes and people who they'll do whatever it takes to get to the top. Because that's what these actors do, y'all. Singers and rappers and actors. A lot of these actors have to sleep with the directors, and it's crazy. Now on their part, you know, the director part to like abuse people to get a role, because that stuff happens all the time. And it's crazy because all this stuff is coming out, but I've been hearing about him for a while, and I do think he's on the down low 100%. I'm like, come on, it's crazy. But we're just gonna jump right into it, okay?
We're about to see something on the level of
Prince Harry,
Epstein, Weinstein to the power of 10.
From members of the royal family to Grammy and Academy Award winners, we're breaking
that's
down
my man from Boys in the Hood, who we haven't
celebrities
even seen
named
in a while.
Court docs against P. Diddy, along with some startling accusations.
I mean, first of all, that entire filing was just gasp-worthy. I'm not seeing a scenario where he can escape liability, criminal liability.
He's been known for years as a renowned rapper, producer, and label executive who goes by the names P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or his legal name, Sean Combs. Whatever name you want to call him, he's no stranger to legal troubles. Just this week, both Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by Homeland Security. According to former prosecutor Melba Pearson, they're likely looking for some specific evidence.
The feds are doing raids at 3 different homes of P. Diddy, including his homes in California, in Florida, and in New York. And what I think they're looking for are videos. So basically, P. Diddy had a habit, allegedly, based on told to us through the filings by Cassie Ventura. They have all said that he had a habit of liking to video either him abusing other people or forcing other people to abuse each other for his pleasure, and would record all of that. So I think those are some of the things that the feds are looking for. I think they're looking for other types of evidence to corroborate the statements that were made by Little Rod, by Cassie Ventura, and the other people have come forward saying that he did abuse them. So they're looking for corroborating evidence and basically the building blocks to put together what will end up being a massive criminal case.
I remember when he dated Cassie, everybody was like, it don't make sense. And I'm like, it don't. But now we know the girl literally couldn't get away with that part. It's crazy. You know, how does somebody have so much power over somebody? Manipulation. It's like, it's crazy. The fact that, like, this one person, I didn't think it was going to ever happen. They was going to ever be able to take this man down, because I hear people been crazy since, like, the 90s. I just don't understand. It's like, how does somebody have so much power? And once, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be I'm surprised when I hear everybody's involvement in this. And I'm guessing they talking about these are people who were abused. I don't know if it's like the people abused or the people who were like, that he said was with them. I don't know if he's talking yet. I don't know, y'all. Let's just continue.
He faced his fair share of legal issues. Last year, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, who you probably know as singer Cassie, accused him of sex trafficking and sexual slavery. She alleged that Diddy raped her and beat her so severely that she was bruised. Cassie also alleged Diddy made her have sex with prostitutes and recorded it on video. She also says he forced her to carry a gun. Cassie sued him under New York's Adult Survivors Act and settled with Diddy outside of court just one day after the suit was filed. Joy Dickerson-Neal also filed suit against Diddy under the Adult Survivors Act, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student at Syracuse University. Diddy was slammed with yet another lawsuit last month, this time brought on by music producer Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod. The 73-page lawsuit lays out dozens of allegations against Diddy, including that he forced Lil Rod to hire prostitutes and have sex with them. The court doc also claims Diddy himself assaulted Lil Rod, but that's not the only bombshell allegations revealed in the detailed documents. Lil Rod doesn't shy away from publicly naming other celebrities he says assaulted him.
I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one.
Let's start with the allegations against Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod alleges Diddy was, quote, grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. when they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. There's actually photos of their interaction together too, which are laid out in those court documents. In the first pic, you see Diddy and Cuba talking with Diddy's arms on Cuba's. In the next pic, Cuba has his arm around Lil Rod and is smirking. Court docs go on to state, quote, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away.
In the last couple of years, there were allegations.
Is it Cuba? Is it Cuba Gooding? Cuba? I never know how to say his name. I literally just say dude from Boys in the Hood. And, don't be a menace? No, he wasn't don't be a menace. He was Boys in the Hood. That's the parody of Don't Be a Boys in the Hood. Okay, anyways. Maybe that's why we don't see him, because he always doing this stuff. If this is true, allegedly. And I think I need to go on and say, I talk about a lot of women on this channel, abuse, allegations, murders, deaths, sexual assaults, all this stuff. And I talk more about women than men, but men do get assaulted too. A good question, you probably be like, how does a man get assaulted by another man? First of all, think about prison. You gotta think about the power. What people have over you. These people in his whole circle sign contracts, so they can't even talk about stuff. The stuff with Cassie, this is a lot already, y'all, and we're only 4 minutes in. I'm telling y'all, I would have been put a pillow over his face. That's not happening. I just ill. And Cuba, I don't know how to say his name. Gooding Jr., I think. Just think about somebody grooming you. And I know that's true, because, he did the same thing with Usher and, Bieber. I heard about that. God, this is a nasty world we live in.
Against him for sexual assault. So now we have those prior allegations, and now we see him tied to this case, allegedly trying to, assault.
He looks like a creep.
Assaulters.
Back in 2019, Cuba was booked on misdemeanor charges of forcible touching and sexual abuse after he allegedly groped a woman in Times Square. By the next year, 3 women had come forward accusing him of non-consensual sexual touching. He eventually reached a deal with prosecutors that required 6 months of counseling but no jail time.
Okay, so his is true. We got a possible sex pervert. Okay, so I already believe the stuff about him. So it is Cuba with a K. I already believe that. Like, ew, why do people touch people in public? What is wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? Like, do you not see nothing wrong with that? Like, ew, people be thinking just because they're celebrities. Like, maybe, I don't even know you like that. I don't know you. Barely watch your movies. I seen 1 movie with him in it. It's like, that's crazy. No, 2. No, 1. I don't know. I don't really care about this man, but ew, I believe that. And that cake looks so nasty. What the hell is that?
I think the feeling where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Because now we have 2 different instances where you're accused of the same type of behavior, years apart.
Lil Rod's lawsuit also publicly named another celebrity linked to Diddy, Jennifer Lopez.
From the standpoint of the names of the celebrities that were tied to this, the fact that Jennifer Lopez was tied to this back when she was involved in or party to a shooting at a nightclub when she was dating Diddy, and is now alleged to have brought the gun with her to the scene and gave it to Diddy, and that's how the shooting occurred.
Lil Rod's team brings up J-Lo when establishing Diddy's history, writing his, quote, RICO enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub. The court docs allege Diddy forced his then-artist Shine to assume responsibility for the shooting of several individuals. All this happened back on December 27, 1999, when a fight broke out at a nightclub. Diddy, J-Lo, and rapper Shine were all there, and according to former rapper Mark Curry, Diddy paid Shine $1 million to take the fall for the shooting and serve a 10-year prison sentence. Lil Rod's lawsuit now suggests it was J-Lo who brought the gun. The fact that she's named as somebody...
That is insane. I'm not doing a 10-year sentence with nobody, allegedly. You know, all this is alleged. I know we know he did the stuff, but you know, it's an ongoing case, so I'm going to say alleged. It's crazy what money do, like we said. But I'm not surprised about the girlfriend thing. I don't like J-Lo. She's so phony to me. I'm like, after I heard that she don't be singing her music or writing her music all the way, the performances, the pettiness, the marriages. I'm so tired of her getting married. I'm just tired of her talking about it and putting everything out and then complaining like she's not the problem when it's obviously her. I don't like her. But I'm not surprised. It's kind of like that. You got like that person that really stayed down for you back, you know, your boyfriend. I don't know. That's crazy though. Dang, this is what money does. Like, wow, you can pay somebody to go to jail for you. That's insane.
Who was carrying a weapon?
Manipulation.
Could that be incriminating for Jennifer Lopez?
It can be, but with a huge caveat, right? If I'm not mistaken, that shooting did not result in a death. I know that someone was harmed, but I don't believe anyone was killed. Because of that, you have the statute of limitations to deal with, which is basically a prolonged amount of a certain amount of time that a prosecutor has to be able to bring charges against someone. And it varies from state to state. But the one thing is consistent is that there is no statute of limitations on murder. So if P. Diddy had actually killed this person, or the person died as a result of their injuries, now J-Lo could be brought into the mix as a co-defendant because of the fact that the person has passed away. But if the person is alive, and maybe they had serious injuries or whatever the case may be, statute of limitations would run, and it is highly likely at this juncture that statute of limitations have expired, therefore she does not have any criminal liability. But the reputational damage might be a different story, because now she's branding herself as something very different than who she was back then. Back then, she was very much Jenny from the block. She was, dating a variety of hip hop artists.
We know that.
Much in that world. Now she's married to Ben Affleck. She's trying to portray herself in a different manner. So now her past is going to come back to haunt her, and we don't know what that's going to mean for her future in terms of movie deals, music deals, or anything like that. So I think for her, it might be more reputational damage than criminal liability.
Pearson says it's possible Jennifer Lopez could file some sort of defamation suit, but it's not likely.
She could, but at the end of the day, when it comes to defamation and those types of cases, truth is an absolute defense. So if he has some sort of receipts to basically prove that, hey, I was right there, I saw her the same way in the filings, you saw a number of different screenshots and pictures that he submitted to support the different points that he was making. If he has some pictures to substantiate that she was carrying the gun, it's going to be very hard for her to say in good conscience in a court of law that, this wasn't true, he's made this up, and now as a result, I've lost, money, I've lost opportunities and things like that. There's going to be too much evidence out there connecting her to this that is going to be very hard for a jury to come back and say, yeah, he's making all of this up.
But it's not just artists that Lil Rod named either. He specifically mentioned Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in his court documents. It reads in part, quote, Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties. Affiliation with and/or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British royal Prince Harry. Why even name Prince Harry? There's no allegation.
Hey, I didn't know that. That's crazy. You know, if that's true, I watched that girl, let me tell you something. I watched that girl, one of the survivors, she talked a lot on TikTok. And I watched that story. And she named him too. I've been hearing that. I'm like, what did they do? And how is this a full list? We don't like the third person. Well, it's like, I guess like the ones with evidence. I be hearing about them royals, you know, his brother with the Epstein dude. Disgusting. Rich people have like nothing else to do. You know, when they sit in the house all day trying to figure out what to do, maybe they the ones that need to go get a 9 to 5 to go get a life. Because it's crazy, because when like they don't know what to do, so they do this type of stuff, allegedly. That's a crazy one.
Or anything, but why bring him up?
I think it may have been a move to bring more credibility to the filing and say that, you know, basically he being Diddy, was using his fame, fortune, and influence to insulate
her Apple Watch on her ring finger.
So he was able to legitimize some of the activities he was doing by having these lavish parties, bringing all these A-list celebrities, but somewhere in a back room or somewhere in another wing, you know, horrible things were happening. So the fact that Prince Harry was there does not necessarily mean he was participating in what was happening. And just because you were at a party doesn't mean you know what's happening in every inch of the house. I mean, if you think about it, if the party's being thrown in a mansion, there are various floors and wings. So it is completely possible that he was there and did not participate. Now, if you had said Prince Andrew.
But we also do know that, from what he said, that, you know, there's the party and then there's the after party and then you got the last party where there's like, you got to have access or a code to get in where the stuff was happening. Which I got to feel, you know, the big Leo was there because I was a fan of him, but he got weird and he was at those parties. I seen the pictures and I feel like he was one of those people. He just, you know, I don't know. Let's get to the next person so we know him.
There's Prince Harry's association with that of President Bill Clinton, who'd been seen with Jeffrey Epstein before his arrest.
And there seemed to be much said around him actually engaging in activities, more that he was present at the parties. So I don't recall seeing a lot of fallout on the part of President Clinton from that association.
Ooh, back when them glasses were in high school, middle school.
A parallel between Diddy's alleged crimes and Jeffrey Epstein's. Epstein died by suicide back in 2019 when he faced numerous charges of sexual assault over the course of multiple years. His longtime companion.
And I know all about that case. It's absolutely, they're filthy human beings.
Ghislaine Maxwell, was charged and found guilty of sex trafficking in relation to her.
We're not surprised about this one. We know this.
Prison sentence. Lil Rod compares Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Cahorum, to Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she ordered sex workers and prostitutes for Mr. Combs and ordered and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Mr. Combs and his celebrity guests who were present on his rented yacht and in his homes in LA, NYC, and Miami.
Under these cases, when you have these high-profile people that have been using people over years, these cases happen without a handler. R. Kelly had a handler.
Oof, we know that.
Epstein had a handler. Weinstein had a handler. Everybody has, in those scenarios of those powerful people.
Okay, y'all, before I talk about that, I had to go look up something. I was like, there ain't no way. I was like, I need to know everybody right now because I know this is 7 months ago, that video. But there are, like, you know, they update. So I'm going to tell you what they got. This is what I found, okay? I'm going to name them. So we got Leonardo DiCaprio, which I'm not surprised about. Come on. Jay-Z. I could talk about a lot of stuff on that one too. Beyonce, Ashton Kutcher, Paris Hilton, Howard Stern, Russell Brand. Who is that? He sounds familiar. Mariah Carey. What? Jennifer Lopez, Russell Simmons, Usher, Megan Fox. As multiple reports. Okay. It's a Usher, Pink deleted their ex tweets about theories suggested Justin Bieber might have been a victim. Jeez. Usher, who once stayed with Diddy, said, which I think that's weird. Where are the parents? Said his ex account got hacked, which we know that's a lie. When posts got, he deleted them. It said apart from Usher and Pink, Megan Fox deleted all her posts on Instagram and X. Okay, an old snip of Khloe Kardashian claiming that she attended one of Diddy's naked parties emerged. She said, I got on the plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half of the people were butt naked. This is exactly how what Khloe said. Okay. And I'm gonna stop right there. So yeah, not surprised about that. I was like, I just know there's like more, but I'm pretty sure there's this law and crime, you know, the lawyers, they talk about all this stuff. They go pure on evidence and what people say. So of course that list is not long, but they're constantly adding on because it's so much. I can only imagine what the list look like now, but I have to say that for another video because I was like, they really do go on and on, but I know they be trying to talk about the people. That's why I like cut it out towards the end, because they were just talking about if he was gonna be arrested, which this is so much, it's building on and he's already been arrested. So yeah, wow, a lot of names in this. It's crazy. How do all these, they everybody just do drugs? Do y'all like, and you know what's crazy, they talk about how you shouldn't do drugs like the singers and stuff, you know, rappers don't care, but it's like they over here talking about how you should, you know, this is why you shouldn't take advice from. Don't ever look up to a celebrity. Oh my God, please don't. Everybody, all they do is try to say quotes that they think that's gonna like manipulate people, and it's not worth it to like get attached to these celebrities. Y'all don't do it, especially the music industry. Out of all things, do not. These people are not good people. You got a lot of people who are manipulated. A lot of people who don't have a backbone. A lot of people who just, you know, they get run over because they want to be like famous and stuff. It's crazy. Like, sexual assault is a real thing, and a lot of these people have took part in it and attacking others. They really do think they're above people, and it's crazy. You know what this tells me with abuse and assault, like the victims and the suspects, all this really just goes to show that people will do anything if they have the power. I said it before in another case, but just like that, what's it called, that college experiment when they put them prisoners in there, and I know it's crazy, but they was assaulted by the prisoners, and this was all a stipulation, like just to see how people react. The psychology experiment at Stanford, that's what it is, Stanford University back then. And they had the prisoners, and they had people act like prisoners and people act like guards, and the guards were getting were assaulting the prisoners. So, and that's all because they had the power. So it shows you that people would do anything for control. They would do anything to be on top, and it's actually shame on all these people allegedly who are involved in this. I'm not surprised about a lot of these names. I'm not surprised that the Kardashians were named. These people will do anything to be famous. Those girls will literally, look what they did to get famous. They will do anything. They, like, seriously. Rich people do not care. They don't care until they get caught, and they try to act like the victim. It's crazy what these people would do to be at the top. Wow. He's a disgusting man. P. Diddy, Sean Combs. I heard the stuff that his sons did. He's just a disgusting human being. And it's like, I wonder if a lot of these people, if a lot of them gonna get sued, because like say the dude that the one that worked for him and the one that made that list, I'm pretty sure he signed a NDA. I was doing my research and about the non-disclosure clause, all that stuff, and they say it can be like cut up and withdrawn, like thrown away, not looked at, if it was like a serious situation. So hopefully that play a part in it. But yeah, these people are sick, and I feel so bad for the victims. Like, it's a lot of victims in this one, y'all. Like, in his case, is so many. You have celebrities that are victims who were like drugged by him, I heard, allegedly. I heard about that girl on TikTok, Allie. Geez, that girl go into detail, and I 100% believe her. And she named so many people. Oh, she named Denzel. She named Beyonce. I was just like, oh my God, what is going on here? I'm just, and what's crazy is that this is just the beginning of it all. Like, this is all the way at the bottom of their list. They have 200 videos. It's so much more. Like, this was before he got arrested, y'all. So I can only imagine what else they found. Like I said, I know some stuff, but geez, it's like darker, really dark, and it's crazy how deep it goes. God, I hope that he never gets out, and I feel like he will take a plea deal once it's all done. But yeah, he's a sick man, and the people who partake in it need to be arrested too. Like, I believe that, they're all, I don't care if they were, no, People were drugged out, but no matter what happened, I feel like we're talking about the victims in this case. You got victims, human trafficking victims, like people who were at the parties and they witnessed this and they just didn't say anything, or you know, the people who hooking up with others and hooking up with underage people. They all need to be arrested. Cuba, don't know his name, well, I hate saying it, but he needs to be arrested. Some sickos, y'all. So this is where we're going to start with the P. Diddy thing. So next, I think I'm going to get into the allegations, some of them, and then we're going to get into the sex slave talking. It's so much going on. This is crazy. This is actually like darker than I thought it was gonna be. I knew it was dark. Like I said, I know some stuff, okay? But it's like when you actually look at it, you be like, these celebrities are sick people. I'm not even calling them celebs anymore. A lot of these people are just disgusting wannabes. Like, oh wow. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. Don't look up to these people, y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't look up to them. It's not worth it. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.